Good morning to y'all. Look, I wore my snowflake PJs for this special occasion. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know if you ever need to borrow them. Got your back. Why is my 70th vlog when 10 missing vlogs. There's 10 missing vlogs. Tell the peeps why you're on 70 when there's only 60 listed, Mr. John. When I first started making vlogs, I was on an older model Mac and it crashed. Well, it needs a video card, and if you ever put a video card in a Mac, you know it's a major ordeal, and only a certified Mac guy should be working on it. But I'm going to try to tackle it myself. But anyway, there's about 10 vlogs on that still crashed computer. So I am going to get around to getting that rebooted up and all fixed up and dig up the old 10 missing vlogs. So that's the story behind that. So they'll eventually be published. They'll be way, way outdated, but I'll put them into a new playlist, the missing vlogs. Ooh. Hopefully I don't die before I get around to getting those published, but I will. So there you go. Six-pack wants to go out. Wants to go out like sauerkraut. Come here, give me a hug. Where we at? Have you ever shot with a Canon 80D? A Canon 80D. Take it again, Johnny. No, but I know they're great cameras. I have shot with a 70D. My friend brought it over and showed it to me, and I love the camera. The problem with DSLs is, now you're getting into the lens market, and I don't want to change lenses for every picture I take. That's the problem, so I can kind of trade conveniency for just a little bit of quality. I think this SX50 takes just as good of pictures if you have the settings right. The 80D, of course, does some things better, but you know, I'm just not ready to move up to that market, and I really don't want to screw with lenses and all that stuff because I know myself, and then I'll have to have every damn lens and run up into thousands of dollars. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell the peeps. The first question was from Teresa Maverick. Is that your real name, Teresa? That's a cool name. Second question from Andrew. I can't pronounce your last name. It's got like 30 syllables in it, but thank you for your question, Mr. Andrew. Third question. You and R Cody Wanner have a lot in common. You should check out his page. Theodore. I call you Ted, or do you hate that? Some Theodores hate the name Ted. So I will be politically correct and call you Theodore. R Cody Wanner. You want to answer this, Mr. John, or you want me to answer it? Take it away. An email came in Wednesday or Thursday. It's not really a question, it's more of a statement. But it piqued my curiosity, and I went over and I looked at Cody's channel. watched a few videos, and you're right. We do have a lot in common. At first I was like, hell, there ain't nobody like me. I'm an original. But anyway, I wound up subscribing. I can see what he's doing, and I support what he's doing. He's actually much better than I am at making vlogs. But I'll catch up to him. He's got a little more experience. I especially like how Cody's dealing with some pretty deep subjects, important issues. And it's rare in the world of vlogging. It's usually just a circle jerk. You know, dumb shit. But in one video, he's touching on the subject of suicide and how he supports organizations that try to do something about it. So that's really cool to know. I think more of this needs to happen, but I think maybe there's a new wave of vloggers coming on board that are a little bit older and dealing with much more important stuff than just masturbating on camera. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm a fan, and if you guys get some time, you should go over. I'll link his channel to the description of this video, and just give him a look. I think if you like me, I think you'll like him a lot. So I think we should support each other if we're doing things a little bit better. Okay, I had to let the cat out, but I'm back, so don't you worry about nothing. Next question is from Stan Haynes. Now, I used to know Stan Haynes. He worked at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. He's a great guy, man. Great guy. He's a bassist in one of my rock bands. And I know you're not him because Stan has moved on to better places than planet Earth. But wherever you are, Stan, I hope you can hear me and see me. And I miss you, brother. Keep rocking. Anywho, another tech question here. Sorry. This is a long one, so I'm going to make it real brief. Basically, Stan says he has the same exact camera as me, which is a Canon. A Canon. I'm not, again with Canon. Canon's like the only Mr. Canon profits more from my vlog than anybody. You should share some of that wealth, Mr. Canon. Anywho, Stan wants to know how I'm getting the flower pictures. So I'm going to explain it to him. And basically just slow down a little bit and figure out what all those buttons and knobs and crap do on your Canon. Take it, Johnny. Hi, Stan. Use a dial on the top of your camera and go to C1 or C2. These are your custom channels. And pick one and set it to macro. And then set the size of the picture that you want. And, you know, the shutter speed and all that other kind of stuff. And kind of dial it in for pictures with flowers. And then just designate that channel to take flower pictures. When you're about to take one, use the distance from yourself to the object to determine where your focus point is. Whether you want to focus on the foreground or the background or whatever. And then use the zoom feature on your camera to further dial it in. And you'll have to play around with this and get used to it. But just designate that one to flowers. But don't forget to set it back. Like if you go from taking a flower picture to a portrait, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting the camera in focus, and it's just not going to come out right. So decide what two types of pictures you take the most. you know, we'll just say you take a lot of portrait pictures and you take a lot of pictures of flowers or bugs or anything you need that close-up shot on. Designate C1 to like portrait and C2 to macro pictures. And just play around with it and just keep tinkering until you get it all dialed in. Man, you'll see a big difference between that and your auto feature. And there's a video setting on your dial, and I try to use that when I'm vlogging, you know, video clips. But usually I just go to the auto feature and do it that way. I'm not real picky about the quality. I probably should be. I should be. It's probably time for me to move up into better quality, but I just haven't crossed that bridge yet, but I will. And I'll probably, you know, going back to the other question, I probably will buy the 80D. That is not attention deficit disorder. That's the number 80 and the letter D. Although I'd like to have a camera for attention deficit disorder because it might be an issue with me. I don't know. Anyway, peace, y'all. You guys know what my little library is? Well, if you don't, people put these things outside their houses, or they build them, and you put books in there, and people can take them if they want to, or they can leave a book in there if they want to, or whatever. Here's one right here. It's a pretty good thing that kind of builds trust and stuff. It's mostly, though, I think for kids, you know. People put children's books in there. People leave children's books in there. I was going to leave my own book in there, but it's kind of, I wouldn't call it X-rated, but it's an R+ rated, and if some kid got a hold of my book, I think they'd be traumatized for life, you know. But so I decided not to do